I got really lucky at 15. My aunt married a banjo player, and he had a super talented family, a bunch of brothers and sisters, and they played bluegrass, and I got to play with them. For a summer, I spent a lot of time going and playing with them, and I wasn't very good by any means, but they were nice enough to always, include anybody that wanted to play. So I feel like I learned a lot about what it took to make up a song, chord structure and such, and just was always like chasing that carrot of making up my own song, from then on. And I played in church and stuff moving forward from that. I even got the courage to start singing in church, and just always wanted to make my own music. And about 2010, I heard on Sirius radio, before technology was what it is today, Drive-By Truckers, Outfit was the song in my truck. And up until that point, everything I tried to make up always sounded like somebody trying to write a song. And I heard Jason Isbell singing Outfit, and I said, this is something different. This is somebody I know singing about people I know. And I don't know, everything kind of changed then for me. I got really obsessed with the Truckers. I dove into their music, and I started trying to write music that just sounded like me. I tried to sing in a way that sounded like me, and eventually got the courage to put together some songs that I'll sing today. And I guess I'm still rolling with it from there. Anyway, this first song is it's called How Much It Hurts. This is about kind of measuring my 20-year-old expectations versus my 30-year-old realities. Some days are easier looking down. Keep my hands on the work and my head in the clouds. Don't look 'em in the eye, don't let 'em all see everything I still ain't turned out to be. I talked so loud when I was young. I was too damn smart to see what was coming. I had big dreams and I made big plans. Now I'm measuring failure on the losing end. Thought I was full grown before my time, and I'm still trying to make it all work. I got no answers, but I'm starting to find I'm the one who decides how much it hurts. I'm the only one to say how much it hurts. I tried so hard to bury it deep. For years I drank myself to sleep. I was foggy, hurting and fighting mad, cussing the world for what it didn't have. Somehow I made it to the other side, but I'm nowhere close to satisfied. I'm still trying to drown the same voices out. I still smoke a little weed when it's all too loud. Thought I was full grown before my time, and I'm still trying to make it all work. I got no answers, but I'm starting to find I'm the one who decides how much it hurts. I'm the only one to say how much it hurts. I keep staring up at that big night sky, wondering what the hell it all same strand of heartache in between. Well, maybe the reason's more than me. Maybe we all feel grown before our time, and we'll all have to fight to make it work. Well, maybe there's no answer, no reason or rhyme, and we'll all decide how much it's gonna hurt. We'll all decide how much it's gonna hurt. Thank you. So I started writing some of those songs, getting into the truckers, getting some confidence, talking about things I wanted to talk about. I just never really looked at music like I was good enough to be a performer. I never really said like I could go to the bar and sing and entertain. But once I wrote some songs, I said like this is a different thing. Like I can do this. I can make something and just put it out there, and if people like it, then that's awesome. And if they don't, then it's art. You know, it's subjective. Who cares? Like you don't like everything, you know. But if I can be happy with it and do it, then that's what I've always been interested in. I was lucky enough to play with a band for a while. We put out an album in 2016 called Meanwhile in Mississippi. I'll play a couple of those songs too. But we put that out and we got to play and have a lot of fun, and then we all got super busy with life, and here I am now, still trying. Still writing songs every chance I get. This song is about falling in love with my wife and being scared to death about it. It's called Inside Out. I love you, but I don't trust you. You see me shaking like a leaf, but you don't reach out. And I told you I would feel it all. Before the first shot ever crossed your bow, and it's far away, and I feel it all around. I'm as scattered as the very day you turned me inside out. Oh, you turn me inside out. Well, I love you, but I don't know how to. Give you myself slow and piece by piece. So I'll give you everything you need to bury me, and hope you're still by my side when the cannon cease. It's far away, and I feel it all scattered as the very day you turn me inside out. Oh, you turn me inside out. Oh, you turned me inside out. Thanks. That's what a lot of my writing has been, I guess, lately. It's trying to deal with feelings. And I told somebody the other day, I guess me and my buddy Trey used to talk about this a lot. He was my partner in the band, the Wayward Ken. But you don't really want to sit down and write a song when everything's going good for you. I mean, maybe that's why there's so many sad country songs, but like if it's all going good, you got fun stuff to do and you're winning and you're killing it. But when life's hard, like that's a good thing to reach to. You know, you can say all kind of stuff you can't say in real life and sort things out and figure them out. And you know, unfortunately, a lot of mine are that, and they sad. But I'll do one more of those and I'll try to take a break from that. This is called Wednesday Morning Drive. I wonder if the other drivers can all see it, I'm crying. I would just put my shades on. The morning's clouds are just too thick. I should get high before I get there. Or maybe I already did. How will I keep it all together if I can't remember things like this? And the world is shaking violently on my Wednesday morning drive. All the pieces move around me. No need to notice I'm alive, 'cause it wouldn't even matter with the awful shape I'm in, knowing the next time that you say my name, I'll forget all the rules again. Pull my truck off to the side of the road. The rain starts dumping down by the bucketful, and I watch the morning madness through my cage of steel and glass, and I let it all wash over me. Every dagger that I feel, I try to parry desperately into the page on the steering wheel, while the world is shaking violently on my Wednesday morning drive. All the pieces move around shape I'm in, knowing the next time that you say my name, I'll forget all the rules again. So I'll play you one of those old songs. It was on our this was on my band, The Wayward Kin, our album. And I feel like I wrote this song for a long time. But I know when I was working on it, I was living in Blackland. I was driving to Guntown to work every day, driving through Baldwin. I was reading The Sound and the Fury. That was putting me in a real weird place, and just looking around Baldwin from the truck, and I don't know. I always wanted to write a song about the state, but I didn't ever want it to be like too celebratory. I didn't want it to be too pessimistic. I just wanted it to feel like this is what it feels like, you know. There's some nuance to being Mississippian, you know. As I guess anywhere, but this is called Last Place State. Slipping down a county road to get back home, drinking fast and I'm driving slow. Blues man growling through my radio. His sad truth makes me feel alive. Looks like we made it through another year. There ain't a whole lot changed down here. A few kids grew up and disappeared. Most just dug in and tried to survive. We're hanging on in the last place state, kicking buckets of dust at our fate. Change what we can and cuss what we can't, doing what it takes to get by. Some days I wanna just get out, tear down the curtain and cast off the doubt. But all I love can't follow me away. They're hanging on in the last place state. Maybe the shade of the grass all comes down to the side of the fence I'm looking through. Maybe all the names they call us are true. Maybe it's what we choose to believe. Yagna-Patafa to the Devil's Crossroads, John Lee Hooker to the king of rock and roll. I got the same Mississippi dirt in my bones. I might run, but I'll never leave. I'm hanging on in the last place state, kicking buckets of dust in my face. Change what I can and cuss what I can't, doing what it takes to get by. Some days I wanna just get out, tear down the curtain and cast off the doubt. But all I love can't follow me away. They're hanging on in the last place state. Slipping down a county road to get back home, drinking fast and I'm driving slow. Lucille's wailing through my radio. Her sad truth makes me feel alive. Thank you. I guess a cool part about this next song, part of my musical journey, this guitar playing I do with my fingers is something that I always thought was super cool and terrified to do. I worked on it for a long time, just the same thing over and over, for 4 or 5 years. And when I was playing with my band, our drummer, Joseph Lackey, his dad owns the music store in Tupelo, Consignment Music. So I spent a lot of time in there hanging out with him, and that was like our home base for our band. And if any of you guys ever watched the morning show, like in the real morning show days with Kay Bain and all them, Kay and Buddy and all them, the guitar player for years was Johnny Wigington. And he's just a gift of a guitar player. I mean, he's dedicated his whole life to playing guitar. And I've seen him play guitar my whole life. But he works there. He's got a shop in the back, and he does repairs and modifications and stuff. And he plays this Merle Travis, Chet Atkins style finger picking, and he does it in a virtuoso way, And I was in there messing with my song one day, and he come out and listened to me, which was the most nerve-wracking thing that could have happened, because this is Johnny Wigington, he does this. And we talked, guitar playing, and we talked about Chet Atkins. He's a huge Chet Atkins fan, and he said, I can play these Chet Atkins songs perfectly, note for note, as good or better than him, but nobody cares. It's Chet Atkins, and what you're doing is fine. Just do it. And man, that gave me the courage to do the song, to finish the song and play it in front of people. And Johnny Wigington said it's okay. And this is called Rest Easy Mary. Rest easy, Mary. Things are gonna turn out fine. I know it gets so scary once you feel the creeping of time. Whole world's thrusting forward like it's shot out of a gun. There's nothing wrong with loving someone, and I don't understand it. Doubt I ever will. I'm trying to make sense of you, but I'm reeling in it still. I weigh out all the outcomes till there's nowhere left to run. There's nothing wrong with loving someone. I keep coming around in the worst of times. And all of my intentions disappear in the look all over my eyes. And everyone sees it. I'm coming undone. I can't help it, there's nothing wrong with loving someone. always been a fragile bastard. I follow my heart to no end. It's been working faster than my mind can comprehend. I don't mean to make it harder, I don't think I'm the only one. But there's nothing wrong with loving someone. I'll keep coming around in the worst of times. And all of my intentions disappear in the look all over my eyes. And everyone sees it. I'm coming undone. I can't help it, there's nothing wrong with loving someone. Rest easy, Mary, I hope it's gonna turn out fine. I know the weight that these words carry, but I can't get you off my mind. I know I'll have to find a way to if you say I ain't the one. There's nothing wrong with loving someone. There's nothing wrong with loving someone. There's nothing wrong with loving someone. Thank you. So I grew up doing a lot of fishing. We fished a lot out under Rocky Ford Bridge. We get in the Tallahatchie and wade and fish and swim. And when I was 12 or 13, there was a special that come out in the Gazette. And I remember my mom telling me, you should read this. It was a whole insert about the lynching of L.Q. Ivy. Mom said this is about New Albany, and it's about where we fish. And that story just stuck. I mean, it hit like a ton of bricks, and it stuck with me. And I remember, like, the first song that I wrote that I was proud of, I thought back to that story. Like, I need to do something about that. Not that that's going to be a good song, not that it's going to be any fun to sing or anything like that, just that, like, if I don't know, this is something that sticks with me now, so I want to try to write about it. And I ended up rereading that a bunch of times. It's Larisha Rucker who did the story, and it today is, like, the most comprehensive thing about the lynching is her writing for the Gazette. And I reached out to her when I was writing the song and said, like, this is a bad idea, you know, what should I do? And she referenced another Mississippi songwriter, Carolyn Herring, in a song called Paper Gowns that is about the lady a while back, it was in the 90s I believe, who actually put her kids in the car and let it go down into the lake. The song is beautiful and awful at the same time. I listened to it and I thought, like, I'm glad I heard that, but I don't really ever have to again, you know. And I tried to put that energy into telling this story. If nothing else, other than, like, other parts of history that are awfully dark and sad, I think it's important if you can play a part in bringing that to conversation again so that we never do it again. So those things never happen again. So anyway, this is not an easy song to sing, but this is called L.Q. Ivy. Year was 1925 and the world down here was still all black and white. He was cutting timber on the Tallahatchie line, doing what he could to get by. He was only 17, the skies were still tall and the fields were green. He didn't yet know just how mean the world is when it makes up its mind. Nobody could ever deserve what was done that morning to a pretty white girl. She was used and beaten and left all curled in a field all alone to die. LQ was nearly 3 miles away when the barking dogs and the shotguns came. They bound his hands and they took him away and said, "Boy, what have you done?" The whole town feared the girl might die, and they already knew his alibi. Bring him back to town while there's still time, or justice may never be served. They brought 4 suspects in, one by one, to the end of her bed. She said she thought LQ was the man, so they asked her, could she be sure? She said she thought and a mob grew out on the hospital grass, and their fury rose as the hours passed. They knew justice was gonna be had if it meant they did it themselves. They blocked the road out on 78, waited for the sheriff to make his way. Give us the boy and you'll be safe. We ain't got business to tend to with him. A chain on his wrist and a chain on the truck down the dusty back road till he couldn't stand up. They beat the boy till he'd had enough, and he told them what they wanted to hear. They hammered an axle deep in the ground, piled wood and poured gasoline all around. 600 white faces listened to the sound of a boy cry for mercy from God. He was only 17, the skies were still tall and the fields were green. He didn't yet know just how mean the world is when it makes up its mind. Thank you. This is my newest song, my favorite song. They say that songwriters are always most proud of their newest thing. I worked on this for a couple years. I'm not good at tuning and talking at the same time. I'm sorry, but I'm also real good at playing with out-of-tune guitar. But my wife and I were living in an apartment on Jefferson Street, and it's a real old building. We had a shared balcony. We were on the second floor. We had a shared balcony, And down below that balcony was a little room that had washer and dryer. She was pregnant with our son at the time and working all day and coming home, and she was crashing real early, and I would do laundry at night. And I'd like to go on that balcony because I could load up the washing machines and listen to them, from that balcony, and I'd smoke and play guitar or whatever. And I started writing this song then, and I ended up not finishing it for a long time, but we'd done moved and stuff by then. But I wrote this, or at least part of it, sitting out on the balcony thinking about my wife. This is called Mama Bear. I want to sing you a song. I want to tell you how big you are. I want to tell you how much you move me in all the smallest of ways. From the way your eyes rise to greet me, your hips sway to meet my every touch. If I didn't lack the musical skill or working vocabulary to fit every note and word in the grand gesture you deserve, I'm just sitting out on the balcony while our laundry tumbles in the coin machine downstairs. And I'm tired as hell, it's been a long week, and I'm missing you, you're sound asleep in the one bedroom. Mama Bear, I love you. I wouldn't want to be anywhere but sitting outside in the middle of the night making rhymes for you. Mama Bear, I want to take you away. I want to dance with you in the desert. Wanna see that sky full of stars light up your face. We could live out our dreams, get married by some fat Elvis, get matching tattoos on our arms for the world to see. Still it would feel the same to me if I had all of the money to take you anywhere. I'd still be searching for the words for all the beauty I've got here. And I'm just sitting out on the balcony while our laundry tumbles in the coin machine downstairs. I'm tired as hell, it's been a long week, and I'm missing you, you're sound asleep in the one bedroom. Mama Bear, I love you. I wouldn't want to be anywhere but sitting outside in the middle of the night making rhymes for you. Days it won't be so hard to do all the things we've been talking about. Maybe our love will get by on half-written songs and fresh folded laundry for now. Thank you. This is a song about anxiety, just general dissatisfaction, discomfort in life. I think I made this up. At. I used to work in a factory. I was in a control room, and I had a real, like, if the place was running good, I didn't really do much, and if it wasn't running good, it was a real stressful job. But I always kept a pen and paper there and tried to write. And I went in one night. My partner, sat next to me, had a boom box, and he'd crank it up on kudzu, which is cool. But it was like always kudzu. It never, But I come in one night, and he just, sat down his lunchbox and just cranked that up. And I was, man, here we go again, kudzu. I wanted to think about something else, but I put in my earplugs in the control room and scratched this out real angry. This is called Restless Heart. Sorry. Almost. There we go. Sometimes it feels like I'm used up the last of my luck. I want to talk to somebody who ain't giving up. I got a long slow fuse running into my soul that somebody set a spark to a long time ago. But I'm keeping my mouth shut, keeping my courage up while I'm waiting to explode. 'Cause you can't tie down a restless heart, you can't just let it go. Sometimes it feels like I'm speaking in a foreign tongue. Well, I may as well be shouting at the top of my lungs. Sometimes I feel a cold steel barrel pressing into my back, and I can hear the click when the hammer goes back. But I'm keeping my mouth shut, keeping my courage up while I'm waiting to explode. 'Cause you can't tie down a restless heart, you can't just let it go. It'll lead you into a whirlwind of heartbreak and leave you grasping for what's sure to let you down. And you can let it fly just as far as you want to, but the world's got a way bringing you back to the ground. So I'll keep my mouth shut, keep my courage up while I wait to explode. 'Cause you can't tie down a restless heart, you can't just let it go. Sometimes I try to make up stories. One of my favorite writers, James McMurtry. He's just it's Larry McMurtry's son. He's a giant of a songwriter, but he talks about he likes to make a character and then, build the story for who that person is. I don't know, that's what I tried to do, I guess, with this song. It's no James McMurtry song, but called me a liar. She called me a fake. She called me a sinner for all the rules I couldn't take. She started screaming and threw her hands in the air. Her eyes got wide when I shouted, if there's a hell I see you there. Ain't it a shame how most of the time I can feel that kind of storm when it starts blowing through my mind. Other times I'm blind to the trouble. I just ride those winds until I'm standing waist deep in the rubble. I tried to smooth it over, it had gone too far. She said, you just need to leave, and if you want I'll call the law. But I knew better, so I called her bluff. I was still yelling through the bedroom door when the law pulled up. Ain't it a shame how most of the time I can feel that kind of storm when it starts blowing through my mind. Other times I'm blind to the trouble. I just ride those winds until I'm standing waist deep in the rubble. She's living up in Selmer with a brand new man, and they both look happy in the pictures with my kids. And I'm doing better, trying to kick these pills, but the thing that's gonna kill me is all this anger that I feel. Ain't it a shame how most of the time I can feel that kind of storm when it starts blowing through my mind. Other times I'm blind to the trouble. I just ride those winds until I'm standing waist deep in the rubble. All right, I got time for some more.
Want to do an hour?
Well, let's do one more then. Mike, you can pick one. Thank you also, by the way, Mike. Thank you for having me here. And thank you, Mike, for helping me with all this, getting this lined up. And it's crunch timing to get over here. Mike had my back.
Glad you made it.
You want to pick a song?
You're not going to play the one I picked.
I will. I'll play it.
Play Big Boy?
Dang.
I knew you would.
Dang. I'll play it. I'll play it because Mike Carter asked me to. I forget his name now. There's a songwriter, though. I thought about him today who said if you're going to write a song, you Bob, if you're out there, you're yelling about it. But if you're going to write a song, you better be prepared to play it for 25 years or 30 years or whatever. And this is that for me. I wrote this just being tongue in cheek. Yeah, I'll say it that way. Trying to be that way. Anyway, I was real unhappy at work. Was on the crew of guys I didn't like. I had a boss I didn't like. There's a lot of people around me that tried to tell me what to do, tried to tell me how to live. And I just tried to write like it's a dirty song about all of them. It's long and it's fun. I guess it's time I cut my hair, start going to church somewhere, fall into the life I'm supposed to have. Buy a truck I can't afford, drink my beer behind closed doors, and whoop my kids every time I get the chance. I'll start telling other people what they should and shouldn't do. I'll decide what's convenient to believe and declare it the truth. And I'll be a big boy, yeah, I'll be a big boy. I'll be a big boy like you. I'll be a big boy, yeah, I'll be a big boy. I'll be a big boy like you. Well, I'll get registered to vote, pick a side that gives me hope, and start believing I can make a change. I'll stand strong against them gays, defend true love with lots of hate, pretend that I'm affected by their ways. I'll do my best to hate all who don't share my point of view. I'll just write them off as morons, 'cause they ain't got a clue. I'll be a big boy, yeah, I'll be a big boy. I'll be a big boy like you. I'll be a big boy, yeah, I'll be a big boy. I'll be a big boy like you. Get the nicest clothes for all my kids, buy my wife a new set of tits. The second I think things are headed south, tell my boss what he wants to hear. I'll cut down anyone who nears the chance for me to promote myself. I'll refute all accusation of the dirty things I do. try and cover up my sins in a well-tailored suit. I'll be a big boy, yeah, I'll be a big boy. I'll be a big boy like you. I'll be a big boy, yeah, I'll be a big boy. I'll be a big boy like you. One more if you're still with me. I'll tell racist jokes when they ain't around. I'll kiss ass all over town. Run for city council and get beat. I'll have lots and lots of friends, but I'll know deep down that when it comes down to it, they don't even care about me. I'll look back. I don't like it. I don't play it a lot. I'll look back and remember that I got to choose. But now I'm a big boy, yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy like you. I'm a big boy, yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy like you. Thank you. Thank you everybody for putting up with that. Thank you.
You know that's my favorite.
That's Mike Carter's favorite. It is my least favorite, but all right. Anybody you got any questions?
So who do you, when you were, I guess starting out as a songwriter, who were you listening to? Like who inspired you as a songwriter?
No, number one was the Drive-By Truckers. That's a 3-songwriter band. Well, it was Jason Isbell was in the band at the time, Patterson Hood and Mike Cooley. They're from Muscle Shoals, and they just wrote. It was real. I mean, songs about Culver County, Alabama, and they sounded like they were from there, and that gave me the courage, you know. That and Chris Knight, the way he sang always made me feel like I might could sound like that.
What kind of music were you listening to in the back of your parents' car as a kid?
Well, one of the first things I remember was Milli Vanilli, but I remember there being some controversy about that. I think Mom and Dad will argue about that a good bit, but they were listening to the hits, and I mean, Dad was really getting into, like, we were in MC Hammer, and it was a litany of things. Whatever was hot, I think, is what they were into.
How old were you when you wrote the LQID song?
Well, I started on it. I think I was 24 when I started on it. I don't think I finished it till I was 28. But there was a lot of time in there where I was just kind of like reading the story and staring at the page. You know, I try to come at it from just a whole bunch of angles, because that story deserves a lot. You know, it deserves all the reverence in the world. But then you're also trying to make a song, and I don't know. I still, to this day, when I sing it, I still hear things I wish I'd have done different. But it's always that way.
Let me ask you something. I think LQI kind of remind me of you were singing Whitey Ford.
Whitey Ford?
You know, you remember Whitey Ford?
I'm not sure.
Man, right there, the song I'm talking about is like Having the Blues. I can't just rough name out here the exact name of the song, but you sound like I like that LQI.
Well, thank you.
What about, who do you like to read?
Well, I'm not getting to read much anymore. My kids are young and loud, but I like William Faulkner, of course. I like him and I hate him. You know, I think that's how you do with Faulkner. But I like Cormac McCarthy. Any Southern Gothic, you know, that kind of you got characters speaking our language, and people I recognize. I like it. I'm reading books about parenting right now that ain't no fun. So I'm reading. If any parents out there, there's a book called Hunt Gather Parents. It's real good. It just came out.
You think your band will get back together when it's safe to play?
I saw Trey a while back. He the way our band worked is we were 2 singer, 2 songwriter band. It was kind of like a partnership, and Trey is an attorney in Chicago, and he's neck deep in his career, and I'm neck deep in my family life. So, but we did talk about doing a show sometime. I just said we got to get you here, and we got to get back in tune together. We did for a while. He would fly down, and we just hop on stage, and I don't think we can do that after this much time off. So we had to get him down here for a while.
Yeah, we'll do it here. Just get him to fly down. We'll set it up.
No, we're gonna have to practice for about a week.
Okay. Where is Trey from?
He's from Orville.
Okay. Are there any local bands that are, in the past few years that you've seen that you really think have a lot of promise? Anybody that you follow around here?
Well, for sure, songwriters. Zechariah, he goes by Zechariah Lloyd on Facebook, but Zechariah Tillotson is a songwriter I play with a couple times. He's got an album coming out, and I love his sound, and I love his writing. I shouldn't have started this because I know I'm missing people, but Zach's one of them. There's some brothers from over in Water Valley. They're about the same shape that I'm in as far as family life and stuff. Oh man, I'm forgetting their names now. But there's a lot of good music around. There's a lot of good writers around. I don't get to get out and mingle with them as much as I'd like to.
Do you write your songs down on paper, or do you sit with your guitar and write them, or how do you do that?
I'll write on paper, and almost always, if I can, try to do guitar and writing lyrics at the same time. Sometimes now, if I can, I'll record ideas and then take them to work with me and listen to them a lot, just guitar ideas and stuff. I forget melodies, if I don't record it and play it back to myself, I'll forget it. But ideally, I like to be in a house alone with a guitar and pen and paper.
When you were, I think it was the song that you said that you made up a character and then you wrote the song about this fictional character. It made me think about, today I was reading the crime report from the Daily Journal, or I guess the last week, and it was like all the 911 calls, and all of the things that people called in and reported. And I feel like, if you ever run out of material, that would be a really good place.
They're in there, ain't they?
Because I feel like your character probably made the crime report weekly.
Probably so, yeah. He was conflicted for sure, and he liked to drink his beers. I don't know if the song even says that, but in my mind, he does that.
Do you have a mental image of him?
Yeah, I do. He's got a hard job, and he drinks tall beers after work until he goes to sleep. The 16-ounces.
Do you work with some characters right now that you probably could write a few songs about?
I do, and they all ask me to, but I don't know. I've never hardly written about somebody like real directly, but when you do write, it's everybody kind of will get in there some. But no, I've got a guy that works right across from me named Buck Deal. If you see this, you'd be happy, but he always asks me to write a song about him. I don't know. Deal rhymes with a lot, so it'd be real easy. He does it for me all the time.
That's with a name like that, you got it right.
Yeah.
You got to put him in somewhere. That's good stuff.
When you can put out a solo album. You
Well,
got plenty of songs.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people ask me that, and I feel ashamed to answer that question because I've been telling a lot of people, soon for a long time, but I don't know. I've got the songs that I like for it. I gotta make that time to work and get in there and do it. Get life slowed down a little bit, get in there and do it. Make something I'm happy with. I'm also half like, I don't know if this is for everybody, but I'm also kind of half scared to commit to a thing. Like, I want it to sound a certain way. I want there to be a lot of stuff going on. I want to, like, put songs out like I hear them in my head, but at the same time, like, reality, it's going to be me sitting down on the guitar and doing it. And we all just heard that, like, we could do better, But, I don't know. I would like it to be this year, but I said that last year. So we'll see.
Well, this was awesome tonight. Does anybody have any other? So, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
It
you.
was very